All right, what up, everyone, and welcome again to another edition of the DT Lounge podcast, the sixth episode. I am one half of your hosting duo. I'm Donnie.
What it is, everybody. I'm the other half of the hosting duo. This is Tarik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as you know, on our podcast, we always hope to make you laugh, make you think, and of course, enjoy a drink with us in the lounge as we talk about a variety of topics.
Yeah, man. So on this week's episode, we're gonna dive into quite a few things. It's been an exciting week.
That it
Um,
has.
but before we get into that, what you
I
sipping on, man?
I know what time it is. Hey, listen, I got a little something different, man. This is it's a big boy drink right here. So
What you got?
this is called the Dragon's Milk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this bad
Really?
boy right
Okay.
here. It's an aged stout, and it's aged in bourbon barrels, like old bourbon barrels, and so it has a higher alcohol content. This thing gets up to an 11%. Most of
Okay.
your normal beers are about 3 point something.
Okay.
A lot of the ones that I'll drink about 6.7. Those are like higher end, ones
Okay.
that I've had on here, and then this one is almost double of that. This is
I,
11%, so it's gonna be popping tonight. What about you,
okay.
sir?
I heard that.
Mr. Man, what are you sipping on?
Well, I don't do too much, but I just got some Captain tonight, man. Just got some Captain. Keeping it simple. Keeping it pretty simple this evening, man.
Keeping
You
it
know,
simple. Is that your first captain tonight?
my first one in the 9 o'clock hour.
Mm, mm,
First one in the 9 o'clock hour.
okay,
Man.
all right.
We gonna get into why in a
Yeah,
minute,
but well,
but
you know what? We talked last week, man. You was on vacation. We said it was well deserved. You're on
yeah,
vacation, so hey, sit back and enjoy you a few. That's
yeah.
what you can do.
I've been trying to, my man. I've been trying to.
There you go. All right. Listen, man, we got a lot going on tonight, as was said. But you know what? Appreciate all the support and love out there by everyone. Facebook page still rising. We got YouTube steady, but we got to get a few more of you guys to just subscribe, man. Just log in. Show us some love that way that we see it on the different platforms. We appreciate all the love.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I looked into the Twitter thing again, right?
Dog, tell us about it.
I looked into it, and I was like, I don't know, man. I think we gotta, we our fan base on our age level. A lot of us ain't really got Twitter like that. I got it, but I got it because I'm nosy. I mean, that's just really why I got it. I got it because I'm nosy. I follow, I get all the breaking news with the football, the basketball, all that stuff. Who dating who doing this? But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know.
So it's like your gossip line.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and put a name on it, Donnie, damn, dog. But yeah, I give you, yeah, I guess, yeah. I do it to keep up with the Joneses, but still looking into it, man. We still, maybe a few days before we really tap into the
we,
Twitter thing.
yeah, we still got time in the 2020s. It's all good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's cool, man. But listen, I want to be. You're my boy.
Yeah,
30 years of friendship. You're not just my boy, man. You're my brother. I love you.
yeah,
We talked about this. Um, but I want, I know there's been many of them that have already said it, but I'm going to say it officially on our podcast. I just want to. I mean, the biggest capital letters, however I could do it. Congratulations, my man.
thank you, man. Thank
Congratulations.
you, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Tell us all, man. What's the congratulations for? Let us know.
Yeah, so I stated earlier, it's been an eventful week. Um, you guys probably saw when I just picked up the drink, but picked up a little hardware this
Ooh,
week.
that's
So
a heavy hand right there. You
yeah,
get some workouts. You're holding that hand up, just falling down.
yeah, man. So fiance that I always mention, you know, instead of fiance, I call her my wife.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I got married yesterday, 9/8, nine
Nice.
eight 2020. Very excited about it. Extremely excited. I was we we had planned to do it over the summer, but with the conditions, with with COVID and everything, obviously that didn't happen.
Hmm.
But it was awesome, man.
That's
I mean,
awesome, dude.
obviously it wasn't what we envisioned as
Right,
far as
right.
the wedding, but the most important thing is
You did
becoming
it.
husband and wife. Yeah,
You did
getting
it.
it done. So yeah, man, made her my wife. Got 4 beautiful kids, and yeah, I'm excited, man. There's just a lot of just
That's awesome, man.
good times, man.
I'm really happy for you, man. And it's certainly one of those memorable moments that that many of us have had the fortunate to experience,
Hmm.
fortunate opportunity to experience. So I'm glad you can join the ranks there,
Thank
and
you, sir.
you finally you locked it down.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know if it was going to happen, man. Like not with you and Jennifer, but man, I didn't know if my boy was ever
Yeah,
going to get married
hey,
or not,
let,
man.
let me tell you something, man. At one point, I remember telling myself, man, I ain't doing that till I'm like 50. I'm about to go out here and just live it up. I can't do it. And then, God was like, well, I got this person here for you. Let's see if let's see what you do with this.
Yeah,
And what's crazy about it is, it's the old adage: if you love something, you gotta let it go, and if it come back, then it's meant to be. Me and Jennifer met eons ago. Like
it was a long time ago, man.
eons. It was. I think I met. No, not think. I know I met Jennifer in 1998. Right before I moved up to
Hmm.
Orlando
Hmm.
first time, and dated for a while, and um, broke up. We was both younger, but then like, she texted me for my birthday. Like this is like 2013. Text me for my birthday, and ever since then it was
Those sparks started shooting off again.
yeah, they did, man. It was crazy. They actually did. Um, so you know,
That's good
it's
stuff, man.
yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
Only because you brought it back up. Back in the day, '98. When we was living together, and
Hmm.
man, y'all used to have some serious conversations back in the day. that long distance bill was off the chain.
Yeah, well, that long distance bill was it was off the charts. It
Yeah,
was. I
yeah.
can't even lie to you. It was a little out of control.
No, but
But
that's good, man. That's how you put in that groundwork, man. Get to know each other, and you see where you ended up, and so
yeah,
it's all good. So, shout out to Jennifer Fields.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's there you go, and
Hmm.
definitely a big congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Fields
Thank you, man.
for sure.
Appreciate it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's good times. And you know what? While we're talking about wives, I want to say big shout out to my wife as well too. She is a trooper, and I love her
Yes.
as well too. So she's my rock, that's for sure. So
Yeah, man. I will say this, and I tell you this all the time. Your wife is quite possibly the coolest person on this planet. I mean,
I,
she's just so chill, and
she
then like,
is.
I mean, she just go with the flow and just kick it and hang out, and she just a beautiful person, man.
Well,
That's
thank you. I
that's
appreciate that. Yeah, she is inside and out, man. She's got a big heart. She's chill, but she got a big heart. That's for sure. And she can just hang.
yeah,
She.
she can't hang. That she can do. That she can do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So had the wedding and everything, but before the wedding took place, or the ceremony, I should say, it wasn't really a wedding, but before the ceremony took place, had some things happen in the bubble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They decided to hand out individual
Some other
awards.
hardware.
Yeah, yeah, other hardware. They decided to hand out, the individual awards that we all pretty much know of the Rookie of the Years, Defensive Player of the Year. They haven't done MVP yet, but we all got an idea. Somebody who's sitting at home right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So they gave the Rookie of the Year to Ja Morant, which to me it wasn't a surprise. He deserved it.
No.
What I was surprised by though was Kendrick Nunn coming in second place. Now, I think that was the right thing for him to be in second place because I feel like he did more work. You know, he showed his value more than Zion did. But
Well, and I think it's more so just the opportunity. Zion
took
unfortunately
advantage
was
of
hurt.
this.
Yeah, and had Zion been healthy all season, we saw what he did when he came in.
He probably would have been Rookie of the Year.
Probably. I mean, he is just a limited sample that we had. With that limited sample, he lived up to his hype.
Or, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's good.
But what they could have done was split it.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I think Ja. Oh, you mean if he would have played the whole season?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you'll never know. I mean, who knows? I mean, he could have been doing things that we just like. Even though Ja had an amazing season, he could have just been doing things that were just astounding and just jaw dropping, and there may not have been a doubt that he would have been Rookie of the Year, but that's all right. It's just one glimpse, and biggest thing for him is just being healthy, and I think if he stays healthy, with his size. Man, he's got a good career ahead of him, man. If he can be healthy.
Athleticism. Man, we discussed it a few weeks back how, I follow North Carolina and, I'm not going to sit up and act like I'm the hugest North Carolina fan now, but I still do, when I do watch college basketball, I pay attention to them. So with that being said, if you pay attention to Carolina, you have to always keep your eye on Duke. And I don't necessarily watch Duke because they're the enemy. But when Zion was there, it was lights, camera, action. I mean, what we're saying, everybody knows this, but for somebody who I truly have a disdain for watching Duke play basketball because it's, my own personal reasons. But when that young man was on, when he played with them for that one season, the one game where he blew the tire and ripped through the shoe, I mean, Carolina won that game, and I was, excited that they won, but you got to kind of put an asterisk by it because they had a big dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's going to do great things in this league if he can stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, and I remember when he was a sophomore and some of his highlights started coming out, and I actually messaged you.
Yeah.
When he was just a sophomore, I was like, man, this kid is going to be the real deal. And sure enough, because he not only, obviously the highlights are the dunks and everything like that, but you could tell he had that all around game. I mean, he had a jumper, he had handles, and that was the big thing, man. How he can handle the ball.
Yeah.
Looking for some big things. It's a good opportunity for him to get healthy, and hopefully when the next season kicks off, that he'll be out there and ready to go and have a long and illustrious career.
Yeah, hope so, man. Hope so.
Yeah. Speaking of a long and illustrious career, there was a guy by the name of Steve Nash. Not only could he do a thing on the soccer field, but on the pitch, as they say, but certainly on that hardwood. And he's been named the new head coach of the old Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
And that's the big news, but there's even bigger news that came as backlash has come out against that. And a couple people, Stephen A. Smith in particular, had some comments about the hiring of Steve Nash.
Yes, he did.
All right. So you want to elaborate a little bit on that, Tarik?
Yeah. So Stephen A. Smith stated that this is an example of white privilege. Steve Nash getting the job, and I kind of agree with him, and I ain't even kind of agree. I do agree with him. Now, only reason why I agree with him is the experience factor and the level of job that it is. Like I'm a firm believer in having experience, and to have an experience that that can justify you having the position that you have, right? So Steve Nash was what was he? He wasn't even a coach with the Golden State Warriors. He was a consultant of
Yeah.
some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing. I know that you got your Jason Kidds and your Derek Fishers who I think Jason Kidd's first job was the Milwaukee Bucks, I want to say, and I think Derek Fisher was the Knicks.
Mm.
But that's not the same opportunity as a Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving led Brooklyn Net team.
So here's where I mean, I see what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think with one example that you can just call that out like that. Because as you said, he was with the Golden State Warriors. Whether he had the title of coach, he is there working with those players. He was not just a consultant. I mean, he was out there on the floor teaching Kevin Durant, some moves. There's plenty of video where he's out there coaching him on certain type of moves and how he does certain things and sees the floor. So I mean, when he was playing, I mean, he was a floor general. I mean,
yeah, of course.
So I mean, he's one of those player coaches. And look at like a Larry Bird. He started coaching,
Yeah,
but his experience was
his
from the
experience was
basketball
limited.
court. Yeah,
His experience was limited.
Yeah, so from
You
a
are
player perspective. So, and I think as players get a little bit longer in their career, they become a little bit more in a coach mindset, if you will. They start seeing, especially a point guard, you are always a floor general. You got to kind of make sure people are in the right spots, and during practice, I'm sure you're kind of like the coach on the court. And I don't think it's like there's so many other factors that go into it. Who they have in mind, how did people interview? What was the vision that they had other than just it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Like what kind of vision? How do they vision that they should run their offense? What kind of defense should they run? How are they going to the player personnel and just kind of off the court things that they a mindset. Who knows what that interview process was like? I think, there's channels. It's not like he just said, you know what, I want that guy.
So you think Steve Nash interviewed well?
Yeah, I mean, you could have people that are equally qualified, and or maybe somebody that's not as qualified that interviews better, and you get a better feel. They in the interviewing world, I know when we do it, it's like you get a feel, it kind of almost like a fit number, like how would they fit in to what we're trying to do? What kind of energy are they going to bring? How are they going to uplift everybody else and spark, something under everybody?
I get that. My thing is, how do you get the interview without the credentials?
But your credentials are also on the court types things. You know the game of basketball. You know what I mean? So
I get that.
So credentials. Okay, you got like a let's say Jeff Van Gundy's interviewing against Steve Nash. All right, yeah, Van Gundy's coached for a long time, but Steve Nash may not have those credentials and years experience coaching. But you know what? Damn it, he knows that game. And he knows what a locker room is like. He's got and more so than any other coach that's out there, you've got you've got like what they, like a street cred. You've got the locker room. They respect your ass for what you've done, especially as successful as he was in the league.
Okay, understandable.
And you know damn well that they didn't make that hire without talking to Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
And that was the point I was about to get to. I understand they superstars, but damn it, who's running the organization? You
I don't
can't.
think it's
You
who's running it, but you got somebody you just invested a lot of money in. You're going to go, hey, here's what we're thinking. What do you think? And they'll sign off on it. I mean, if they said hell no, then you're going to go back to the drawing board, and then you can say, okay, well, who else do we have?
but that's the thing though. Why are okay? So I'm assuming the general manager would be the one who decides. He decides all player personnel and coaches and all of that. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you a general manager if you are deferring to your star player? So
Well,
like you can you. I'm not saying you can't get insight from them. You can kick. Hey, I want to kick
mm-hmm,
this idea off you,
mm-hmm.
but the player's last word should not be. His opinion shouldn't be the last word. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yes, and what used to be the league in sports 5, 10 years ago, but now with money comes respect and power. I
So
mean,
now, so now you
you're
tell
paying people, 200 million, $300 million.
me I'm sounding like an old man.
I mean, I'm just saying, money talks, and like you want to make your people happy. You don't want to like what did Kevin sign, a 2-year deal, and he's sat the bench, for one. So
Yeah,
you want to make sure he's happy as hell in this next year, and you've got his approval.
I get it. I get it. But my thing is this.
Then what's the point of the
They,
position? Yeah.
what? Yeah. What's the point of the position? Nah, don't. I don't. The one like okay. So with Steve, what I took from Stephen A's position of saying, this is an example of white privilege, was it wasn't the fact that he wasn't trying to say that Steve Nash got this job because he was white. That's not what he was. At least that's what I took. He wasn't trying to say that he got the job because he was white at all. What he's saying is an opportunity like this to coach those two individuals, first time coach, first time head coach, and you aren't like. It's one thing if you like. Let's say I'll even take.
But look at Spoelstra. We're talking about Miami Heat. Like he
Yeah,
got the
and
Heat team, and then look at everybody that came. I mean, look what happened.
I mean, I think that's different though. I think he was already in place when
His first one
Riley
year,
when
or
Riley it was
or was it even a
it
year?
was two or 3 years. It could be okay. So they won
I
their
think
first
LeBron
championship
went in
in
10.
'06. Yeah, he got there in 10. The Heat won their first championship in '06 when they had
Oh,
Shaq.
6, yeah.
And that was when they got Shaq. They started out with Stan Van Gundy, and then Riley came down,
Mm-hmm.
and they won the championship in '06. I want to say Riley coached in '07,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the '08, '09, and '09, '10. So he was there. So his third year coaching was with the Big Three, but that he just inherited, the fact that the president of the team was a smooth talking negotiator and was able to
Mm-hmm.
pull in LeBron, Bosh, and retain Wade. So I think that's a little different from what we saying, from what this situation is in Brooklyn. What that's a big ass job. It's a
Well,
you
here's the
like
thing too.
you are.
But here's the thing too is then you got a lot to live up to, and you better show out quick. And these guys have not played together. Kevin Durant has
Yeah,
been
they
out.
haven't.
He hasn't touched, hadn't been on the court in forever. So you never
But
know what's going to happen.
yeah, but
But I
back
get it, the opportunity, for the sky's the limit, but I don't know.
yeah.
I hate that, and I get what he's saying. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
to one extent, but to another, he may not have the coaching resume, but I'd put his basketball knowledge over Stephen A. Smith all day long, and even Stephen A. Smith talks about basketball every day for the last 20 years. You know,
Um, mm, I this is my thing with it. I think Steve Nash probably has an abundance of basketball knowledge, but I can't sit up here and say that Stephen A. don't have as much as him because I've never we haven't had conversations with these individuals. You know what I'm
but it's a
saying?
lot
And
easier to. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a lot easier to critique than to make decisions on the fly and do things in the moment and make decisions. You know, like an
that
athlete does. You know what I
that
mean?
I can't agree with you with.
Yeah,
I can definitely agree with you on
yeah.
that.
And then I think it also goes down. I don't know. Who knows what happened behind the door? You know,
Exactly.
he could have literally just interviewed much better than the others, and his vision aligned more with where they wanted to go with that organization as a whole.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah,
Yeah. It's just one of the
I
things
just hate that
where
everything is race. You know, like I mean, I just hate that. You
I
know,
know and I get it. I get it, and it does suck that it's that. And to tell you the truth, it could have. I mean, this can happen. This conversation can literally come up
all the time.
anytime. Yeah, anytime anybody that's white is hired.
Yeah.
It can honestly go to being white privilege.
Well,
It
and then
can.
and
But
not just that. Then did you hear Byron Scott? Byron Scott was calling out.
Stephen A. Smith
No, Byron Scott was calling out Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, saying
for
that
oh really?
yeah, like they need to speak up and give people that look more like you an opportunity to have a team like that instead of Steve Nash. And he was calling
Yeah,
those two out for it. You know, like
yeah,
we need to. And so then, like, what are you stacking the deck? You know, like I mean, what are we doing? We want equality. What? You know, like let's. I
yeah.
don't know. It's crazy.
It it is a it's a touchy subject because
Hmm.
what Stephen A. did was once he brought the white privilege aspect into it, that did kind of raise a few people's eyebrows. But like I said at the beginning, I see where he's coming from, and I kind of agree with him because of the job opportunity that this is and who he gets to coach, and this team is ready to win right now.
Hmm.
Like if you think of Jason Kidd, the opportunity that Jason Kidd got, I think it was with, like I said earlier, I think it was with the Bucks. Maybe that was his second job. I can't even tell you who the first job was with, but Derek Fisher, I think he coached the Knicks, which don't get me wrong, the Knicks are, they are in the hugest market in the world. It is a shitty team.
Well,
Shitty
they
team.
make poor decisions in that front office. You know.
Yeah, well, that okay, and that goes this shitty team. Dolan is horrible, horrible. So, um,
Yeah, how you gonna choke out Oakley and how you gonna and then kick out
try
yeah,
to
and then
choke out Oakley,
and
and
then kick out Spike Lee.
Oakley was gave you some of the best years of y'all
Hmm.
best years of his life, and then as an
Hmm.
organization, y'all wasn't never prominent. Even though y'all was getting y'all ass kicked by the Bulls year in and year out, y'all wasn't never as prominent. Never. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Another conversation. So with this one here, it's shitty, it's shitty that, the race thing does have to come into effect in the play, but
Yeah. Well, we'll
it
see what he
is what
does.
it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, all you can do is, wish Steve Nash the best. I hope he do well because I I think Brooklyn could. I would love to see Brooklyn become the team of New York and the Knicks
hmm,
just be shitty because I've always hated the Knicks, and that was hating the Knicks stemmed
hmm,
from us
hmm,
liking the Bulls and
from the
Mike
Bulls.
back in the
Yeah.
day, and
Hmm.
then me being a Heat fan. hell no, I can't co-sign shit that the Knicks do. So yeah, I'm with the Knicks being
I still remember
garbage.
Van Gundy grabbing on to who was
Oh,
it?
Alonzo.
Alonzo's.
Yeah, when Alonzo was him and Larry Johnson
Yeah.
finally had the clash that they were supposed to have.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, those were good times, man. And
Yeah.
the Knicks they broke my heart
They
in
just don't play
'99.
ball like that anymore.
Yeah, yeah, they broke my heart in '99 with the Heat, with
Hmm.
Allen Houston hitting that
Oh, dagger.
punk ass little punk ass runner.
Hmm.
Oh, that shit hurt my heart. Sprewell, only thing he ever contributed was rims. But yeah, man, it's it's the whole Brooklyn situation with Nash. I wish him well, man.
Yeah. Well, I know something that isn't breaking your heart, and that is our Miami Heat. Taking care of business again and moving on up.
Can I tell you how real of a date September 8th was for the kid yesterday, bro? Got married at 2, was at the Outback by 2:30. Came home and watched my Heat put a foot in the ass of the situation of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, we all know, Giannis didn't play.
But the Heat was handling them. I mean, they went 3-0. I mean, they
Yeah,
didn't. The Bucks didn't win a game until Giannis wasn't playing.
yeah, yeah. You are very correct. Very, very correct. But my thing is,
It
I
wouldn't be
mean, no, I
sustainable,
don't.
but
Yeah, I don't think nobody would put an asterisk by that win
mm-mm,
yesterday
mm-mm.
because you are correct. They did handle them with
And they
Giannis.
only
So yeah,
lost the one in overtime.
yeah. And then what was crazy is the way. I mean, they was they was handling Giannis them
The
first 3 games.
defense was swarming.
Yep.
Yeah,
hmm
and
I I'm sorry. I haven't seen them play defense like this
mm-mm,
since the Big Three.
mm-hmm.
Like at one point, like a lot of people, I'm not saying this as a homer, but a lot of people say that the best version of LeBron James was when he was with the Heat, when he got to not even that first year, because that first year he was still kind of
Feeling it out.
yeah, feeling it out, but from that second to fourth year, especially the year that they beat San Antonio, that 2012-2013 year. Um, yeah, he was out of this world. But the defense that they played is what I'm saying. Like that's one thing about a Pat Riley ran team. Even though he not on the sidelines, he in the front office. You are going to play defense.
Yeah,
That's just no ifs, ands, or buts. You can be as explosive of an offensive player as you want to be. If your ass ain't playing defense, you ain't getting on the court. And
mm-hmm,
it's really been like that since he was in LA.
mm-hmm,
Like I mean, you see the teams he built the team he built in New York, and then the
mm-hmm.
teams that he built in Miami. But yeah, you're not playing. If you ain't playing the defense, you ain't getting on the court. And Spoden inherited that, and I mean, dude, they can be suffocating at times.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you realize it, but in Game 3, they ended like the game on I think they outscored them like 40-13 in the fourth quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was like if you'd have saw me moving around the house watching this game, I'm just screaming, break their will. Because the way it was looking, I remember seeing George Hill take a shot and the shit didn't go in. And, we got the rebound, went down and did what we had to do. And the look on his face was just like, what the hell can we possibly do to beat these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I mean, what is it that we can do? You've seen teams be defeated
Oh
before,
yeah, yeah.
you've done everything you could possibly do, and
Or it's just not enough.
yeah, you still coming up short,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just that's what I like to see in my opponent. I mean, that's what I like to see. But yeah, man, the way that they play this damn. I said it last week. This damn Tyler Hero. Somebody need to tap him on the shoulder and tell him he ain't nothing but 20 years old. He ain't supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
this damn confident and cocky.
That's it, man. I mean, here's the thing. Down at the end, who's got the ball in their hands? They put the ball in his hands.
Yep.
He's making good decisions.
Hmm.
He can see the floor.
Yep.
And I mean, he is knocking down shots. And what I like though is he doesn't just settle. He's got the range, but he puts the ball on the floor and
And
he'll
he'll
take it
get
to
a
you.
yep, he'll get a better jump shot. Like he'll
Mm-hmm.
okay. I mean, everybody want to shoot threes nowadays, but I've seen him get the ball, pump fake,
Get to that elbow, you know,
two dribbles to the
boom.
left, and just inside the key. Not
Mm-hmm.
inside the key. Excuse me, just inside the
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 3-point line.
3 point line.
Mm-hmm. Get to that
Boom.
elbow, knock it down, man. It's like practice, man. You get to that elbow, practice, boom.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the Miami Heat, man. They look
Yes, sir.
phenomenal. They
Still don't
they
know who their next round opponent is yet. We're going to go to a game 7 with Celtics and the Raptors.
okay. I
Double
mean,
overtime.
at this point, I was saying I wanted to play the Raptors, but I don't
They're
know. They both
feisty.
tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
they both got like I truly think the Celtics with Tatum and Brown for as far as matchup for the Miami Heat, a matchup for the Miami Heat. Excuse me. Um, with Tatum and Brown, that's gonna be a tall task. Now
But
Toronto got
Middleton and Giannis, that was a tall task too. So we'll see. You know, I mean, it's a
yeah
different beast, two different different duos. But I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. I just know I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And speaking of looking forward to some things, we got football coming up, player.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To me, it feels like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially with all of it, like we said last week, we used to Labor Day being that weekend that you can dive into the college football.
mm-hmm.
But
But no preseason games. I mean, there's nothing. So it's like, man, we're at week 1 tomorrow. we start.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow.
So by the time this is posted, we'll be probably watching Thursday Night Football.
yeah, and you know who else play tomorrow?
Oh, I think I do. There it is. Yes, sir.
I'm sitting up here hyped. If they lose to UAB tomorrow, I'm be mad. I'm gonna be mad that
And what's crazy, that's week 2. I mean, there was only a handful of games week 1, but there's week 2 of the college football.
Yeah, it
Miami's
was
playing, but there's only 6 of the top 25 teams playing.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, SEC don't play till a few weeks later. Once SEC get it rolling, then they'll have a few more top 25 teams playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, me being a Hurricane fan, and I got a bunch of friends who went to Florida. I've never said this out loud, but the best brand of football to me, the best brand of football is in the SEC. It is like they
shut your mouth.
I know, dog. I know. But in all honesty, I mean, now don't get me wrong. I think it's top heavy. Like you got.
Yeah, I mean, you got but at any given year, like a lot of them could step out. But yeah, it is pretty top heavy.
Yeah, and we out. You got your Alabamas and your LSU's and Texas A&M's in the West, and then in the East you got Georgia, who've been running shit for the past few years, ever since they made the coaching change, and then Florida's starting to come up now that they got Dan Mullen. Um, who else in the East that I don't really think it's anybody else in the East that's that's making any noise. I mean, Tennessee been trying to shake something for a little bit, but they not really. Yeah. You got Missouri. Kentucky Kentucky made a little noise last year, but yeah, I do say it's the top heavy conference, but
But
the
there's a couple teams
top,
that can sneak
but
it. Yeah, but the top are elite.
yeah, the top is real deal
Yeah.
football. So
and it's so hard to break that cycle. I mean, like with like an Alabama or like somebody like that.
yeah,
It's just so hard to break that cycle. I mean, every year, success breeds success. You're always getting top tier athletes and top tier players, and there's that consistency along the way. Oh, somebody got hurt. Well, let's bring in another 5-star and back him up.
yeah,
and it's hard. I mean, and big ups to them for their recruiting and the success that they've been able to achieve
sustain.
and keep going and sustain.
Oh, Auburn was another one.
Yeah, Auburn. Thank you. I knew there was somebody else we were missing.
Shout out to Auburn, and I actually somebody we went to middle school with. She was in my grade, but her son plays for Auburn. His name's Anthony Schwartz. So shout out to them. That that young man's doing phenomenal things for Auburn. He's a phenomenal athlete. I think he playing football and runs track. So shout outs to them. But
when was the last time you went running, Tarik?
I can't even come up with a funny. I can't even come up with a funny little comeback to that. Man, shit, I can't, man. Running. That's not even an option right now, bro. It's not. It ain't even an option.
Listen, I can't even front, man. Honestly, I turned 42 this year, and just all of a sudden, man, things just start aching. I mean, and it's tough, and the knees aren't like what they used to be,
Yeah, I told my manager one day. I told him, and my manager's younger than me, so I knocked on his door, and he was like, "Hey, what's up? Everything all right?" Because I never I'm pretty much just go to work, do what I gotta do, this and that, this. So I knocked on his door. I say, "Man, I had to share this with somebody. When I got out of bed today, I heard 3 damn cracks, 3 cracks just pop, 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 and I ain't know what. I thought somebody was shooting. I ain't know what the hell was going on. And then I looked down and I realized it was my knee, my ankle, and a toe. I was like, man, I ain't never experienced this before in my life. So I said, so I'm sharing this with you because we all get old. You have a good day. And I left it. And he came back. He came in the office. He's like, I like it. I've never seen that out of you. I like it. I was like, hey, I'm just trying to give you game, dog.
Prepare.
just trying to give you game. It's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, running out the question. Out of the question.
Yeah. I can say truthfully, I was very active until just not too long ago. And then just all of a sudden out of nowhere, just man, things just
age, man.
Just hurt. And
age, man. We all can't be LeBron.
Yeah. Well, LeBron's still a lot younger than me right now, and when I was 35, I could run around a little bit more. But
yeah, I guess we ain't got to tell people he a lot younger than us. He look a lot older than us.
True, but
I get it. Yeah, we getting old, bro. We getting old.
We are. You know what? we're talking about football and getting old, and you know, it was something that happened a long. It seems like forever ago.
Hmm.
Actually, Friday we have National Patriotism Day because Friday is September 11th.
Yeah.
You know, September 11th, 2020, 19 years ago, man. You know, we had the one of the worst attacks on U.S. soil. You know, we
Hmm.
never forget, man. 9/11. I've been to the 9/11 memorial up in New York. It's very somber, you know, but it
Yeah.
just makes you. We talked about being reflective and thinking about just being thankful, and
Hmm.
you know, you never know, and just tidy all your loose ends, and you know, just be happy, and because you just never know, man. It's a crazy time.
Yeah. Yeah. That was. And where were you when you found out what was going on? Like when you first heard or what was going on?
So I'm glad. That's funny you asked. I was in my senior internship in teaching. I
Okay.
just taken over the class. It was a third grade class, and back then it doesn't happen now, but back then you're a supervising teacher, would just leave. All right, you
Hmm.
got this. All right, I'm out. And who knows where she was? I think she just went to the teachers' lounge, was just hanging out, you know, with a couple other people that had interns, and um, yeah, taking over the class, and then all of a sudden, just people started getting checked out, and I went. We had what's called resource, so like they went to like music or art or something. I had to take them there, and then when I got done, I'm like, what's going on? And check, and then turn on the TV just in time for like seeing that second one go,
Really?
and it was just like my first thoughts were my aunt. Like, you know, oh my gosh,
Hmm.
those people that are in that tower, because my aunt didn't work too far, you know, from the towers, um, and you know, trying to get a hold of them, her, and then my kids, because then the rumor mill starts going, you know, well, shoot, it's Orlando, Disney might be a target, you know, like what's
Hmm.
going on? So then everybody started taking their kids out. Man, I started with about 20 kids in the class, and by the end of the day, I had like seven. Yeah, it was crazy. So you talk about learning how to problem solve and get kids' attention at an early age. You know, that certainly was a day. What about you, man?
Um. Well, I was. My story is a little not embarrassing, but you know, I just wasn't. When I woke up, my main concern, September 11th, 2001, was getting the Blueprint by Jay-Z. That was my main concern.
Yeah. Well,
So
you know, we didn't know. I mean, your day
yeah, we
was
didn't.
you
So
planned that, and
it was one of them things to where I was working at Albertsons. You know, I worked. I worked there for
mm-hmm,
quite a
mm-hmm.
while, and um, my shift was like in the middle of the day. I want to say it was like at 10 or 11 or something like that. So when I woke up, it was just, oh, okay. Well, I need, oh, today is the day. Got to give myself enough time to get over to Target, to get the CD, this and that and that and this. So I didn't turn on the TV. Just rolled out of bed, took a bath, got ready for work,
Took a bath.
took a shower. You know what I mean? You know,
I don't
took a
know. I'm just trying
shower.
to clarify.
Took a shower. Funny guy. Took a
Did
shower
you have a
and
rubber ducky, bubble
nah, nah.
bath, some
Funny
incense
guy.
burning?
Funny guy. Took a shower and I got in the car and I noticed, all the radio stations were kind of like national news. I was like, what the hell is going on around here? And uh, at the time, I was dating someone other than my wife, and I contacted her and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And you know, I was informed, and I was like, "Oh wow, this and that and this." So, still went to Target, got the CD, and while I was in Target, all of the TVs in Target were on news coverage, and they
Mm-hmm.
actually had it coming
Mm-hmm.
throughout the PA system in there. So I was in there catching up and sat, well, not sat down, but I stood there and watched it for a little bit, and grabbed did what I had to do, grabbed the CD and went to work, and they had it on at work at the grocery store, and yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. And I was, my thing was, damn, how this happened, and me personally, I still ain't got over Aaliyah passing, because Aaliyah was about what, 2 weeks before that. So
I forgot about
I'm
that.
like,
I mean, not
yeah,
forgot about her, but when it was, you know.
yeah, yeah, that was August 25th. So I was like, well, damn. And then that was the first time that I remember like the world just pausing.
Yeah. And not just the United States, the world. And I miss. We talk about Patriotism Day, and
Hmm.
in light of all the events that have been taking place in 2020, made me think that I really miss September 12th.
Yeah.
I really miss September 12th, that day after all that, because you got 24-hour coverage of what's going on. They're trying to figure out what happened. How could this possibly happen? You seeing the towers go down, the debris that's going on, and just trying the recovery effort and the damage and the collateral damage and the loss of lives and everything. But that next day, we all, not only in the United States, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, every ethnicity, every race, we all were Americans with one collective cause, which was for the greater good. And what I really missed was literally the entire world was with us, and
Hmm.
we were all one just human race. And you know what? This is unacceptable. This cannot happen. And I miss that, where we all came together. We all helped each other. We came out of our homes. We talked to each other. We hugged. We expressed ourselves, and
Hmm.
we were more of a collective unit. And I miss that, because I think we've gone. I They say never forget, and not just the act, but I think the positive things that came out of that, I think we've forgotten, and I don't think we're back to where we were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the one thing that kind of stood out to me when that happened was was a lot of patriotism going on, and people were extra nice. I do remember that was, I think my mom had just purchased the house that she currently lives in, and she hadn't, well, not she, we, because I was living with her, we hadn't been there for, I want to say, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And I got home from work one day. I want to say it was that following Friday, so it was 13th or so, or 14th. And I pull up, and it was just a bunch of the neighbors outside, and they was about to do a prayer. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm on with this. And, got to meet all of the neighbors and things like that. But it was just the fact that I had never, ever, like, been asked to be a part of something like that. Like, with strangers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the time I was 22, I want to say. Um, I was 22, and like, obviously nothing like this had ever happened. So I was kind of taken aback by that act of kindness from
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the neighborhood. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that stuck out. That was one of the things that stuck out. But is it would be nice for us to get back to that kindness with each other.
Absolutely, man. And we hit on that last week, with our the parting shots and with the t-shirts and just humankind be both. We talked about that last week, and I think we need to keep reiterating that to the folks and to everyone. And I think if we all do our part, man, we can certainly be good to go, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a crazy year, though. Let's bring it up a little bit. Crazy year. I got a little challenge for you.
Okay.
I got a little challenge. This is something that I've never done one of these. I don't think, but I was just thinking about it the other day. And you heard of a time capsule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2020, man. Crazy year. Let's do our own time capsule here. What are since 2020? What would be the 20 things that we would possibly put in a time capsule that would encapsulate what we've been through so far
Okay.
in this?
So okay.
When you think of it, when you think of 2020, what comes to mind? Something that you can contribute to the time capsule, and what you got? I mean, I'll start us off if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start us off. I think one of the biggest things, toilet paper. A big shortage that everybody. Why is everybody buying a whole basket full of toilet paper and then you can't find anything? I think that would be a roll of toilet paper. Definitely goes into the time capsule.
All right.
You see
So
where we're going with this now?
yeah, I got you. So your
Should be fun.
toilet paper, I will say, hand sanitizer.
Oh, all right. Yeah, definitely hand sanitizer, man. That's been a hot commodity lately. Gallons upon gallons are out there. And I remember them saying that you shouldn't use too much hand sanitizer. Because that just doesn't really clean. It's just kind of one of those things. In a pinch, use it, but definitely the soap and water. I think. Shoot, right now, one of the biggest things is a mask.
Yeah.
A mask definitely would be in there for
So
2020.
I go with you said mask. I'm gonna go with brownie. Brawny.
A brownie? What are the
paper,
brownies?
paper towels, sparkle, brawny. What's some other ones?
Is that to wipe up your brownie or?
Yeah.
So paper towels, you're saying, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Paper towels. All right. Um, oh boy, you got me live. You got me rolling over here, man. You all right, brother?
Nah, I got to put you on pause real quick, brother. I got to put you on pause. Hold on.
All right. Oh boy. Oh man. Welcome back, man.
Yo.
What happened, man? Where'd you go?
I told you, brother. I'm on my honeymoon. Oh man. Good God. Yeah. So maybe I should have started drinking once we started filming.
So the captain done floweth.
Yeah. All right, back
The
to the time
seal is
capsule.
broken.
Yeah, that's what it is. What was that? What was that we used to go to back in the day? What was it? Nickel beers?
Oh yeah. The bladder
Yeah. Oh,
bust.
a bladder
Bust.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. Nope. Something else you can't do at an old age. But back to the time capsule.
So would you put a pair of Depends in the capsule? When you gotta go, man, you just go, man, just go.
Have your jokes. Have your jokes. Just have at it. That's fine, man. Boy, I was sitting up here looking at it. I'm like, wait, hold on. We still got a few more things to talk. Oh, boy, I don't know about this.
Like Austin Powers, man, that thing was just flowing, huh?
Oh, my Lord. But I'm back now.
All right,
I'm back and I'm
don't
ready
call it a
to go.
comeback. You back? Let's go.
I'm
I
ready
think
to
the
go.
last one we talked about was a mask.
Well, yeah, mask. I mean, I think if, you know, with the time capsule, we all have, the same things in there. Well,
Mhm.
at least, like
Some of
at
the
least
basics,
four.
yeah,
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 three to five.
yeah.
Your mask,
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
your mask. I think,
What we've said already: the toilet paper, probably the paper
yeah.
towels, hand sanitizer. I mean,
hmm
that's four of them right there that I think everyone will certainly have in their time capsule.
What's a couple that's personal to you that you would have in the time capsule?
I think personal to me,
hmm
I think honestly, I would take a
hmm
screenshot of our podcast. If we're talking about personal, I take a
hmm
screenshot of this podcast and put a picture of us
That's
sitting
how
here
the
doing this
that's how the
in
idea
there.
came about,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I mean that's through some of our conversations. Like I've been thinking about this. I said this on the first pod. I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. But then through some of our conversations of late, with things that had been going on, that's when I was like, you know what, this is the avenue. This is what I want to do, and let me
hmm
run it by you. But certainly, that would be a personal
Okay.
touch on my behalf. What about you?
Um, I think personally, it'll be what
I
the
was gonna
shot
say, yeah,
the shot glass represents.
yeah,
Now, people can't see this, but it says, "Take a shot." Jen and Tarik tied the knot.
love it.
9/6/2020. So
Wait a minute, you
originally,
said 9/9. You got yesterday, which was 9/8.
yeah. So
Explain to the people
what had happened
what happened was.
was the original date for our wedding was May 24th, but then obviously that was at the peak of the pandemic. So the place that we were having the wedding at, we called them and rescheduled, and we figured September, late Labor Day would be a good time to have it. Everything should be done by then. But unfortunately, the establishment we was having it at Ceviche in downtown Orlando, they had to close their doors due to COVID. So I had already, well, me and Jen had already given our vacation time back from May. We weren't giving that shit back again the second time. There was no way that was happening. So we was like, all right, well, let's just go ahead and make it happen that weekend. Unfortunately, we ordered the shot glasses. I think we ordered them like a week after we secured the second date. Just trying to be optimistic. And the wedding, the date on the shot glasses is off by 2 days, but that's neither here nor there because ain't nobody really.
That's going to be confusing as hell for you coming a year from now. Uh,
Nah, nah. It'd be all right.
you better
Be
not
all right.
forget that date.
But yeah, so in my time capsule, it'll be one of these shot glasses right here
I like it.
because
I like it.
signifies the year that I got married.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it. With all the craziness and madness that was going on, that's certainly something that's friggin' awesome that has occurred. So,
yeah.
um, I think honestly, like, and I still remember this like it was yesterday because the morning of, and really, it was almost like a mid morning, almost lunchtime. I'm on my phone down at my father-in-law's house and watching some videos and highlights and start heading back home and um, got the news. You texted me, my wife texted me um, that Kobe Bryant had passed.
Yeah.
So I certainly would put maybe a photo of Kobe Bryant in there, and again, things it just be reflective and put things in perspective. Like I on my drive home that day, I had we were waiting for Avery to get back home, and I took Brody back with me. And I was like, Brody and I will go. We'll go back home and get some groceries done, start, doing some meal prepping and stuff. But then there was a bad accident, after I heard about Kobe Bryant, and it ended up taking me 5 hours to do a 2-hour drive almost. And but then during that time, like being reflective, like, man, things could certainly be a whole lot worse. I'm looking at my son sleeping in the back seat, and it's just like, we're safe, we're here, we're alive, we're good, like just that. So Kobe Bryant definitely makes it into my time capsule.
Yeah, he definitely goes into my time capsule as well. I think if I could, I think I still got the text, but one of our good friends, Cisco, hit me with the text. I mean, he hit me early with the text. I mean, it was, not early in the morning, but it was like
breaking news.
Yeah, like, early, like you hadn't even really seen it. He hit me with the TMZ shot, and I was like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Damn, TMZ reporting it. TMZ they get busy.
They got people everywhere."
Yeah. So when I saw it was from TMZ, I was like, "God damn!" But then it's that still little piece of hope that you like, man. I hope this ain't true, but
yeah.
And then one of the things that stick out that I will not stick out, but what I remember about that day is along with me receiving that text from Cisco was I don't know why I do this, but when it comes to sporting news, I rely heavily on ESPN. And I was like, if I ain't heard it on ESPN, I don't think it happened. And I remember watching the Pro Bowl, and Joe Tessitore comes. He's him and I want to say it was Booger McFarland calling the Pro Bowl, and he was like, we just want to confirm the news. I was like, God, dang. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it was like, that's when it was real, pretty much. We didn't talk about the Kobe situation a few times on the podcast, but that just lets you know how, shitty situation, man. Like our age and helicopter. It's just surreal.
Yeah.
It's surreal, man.
One thing that has taken off in 2020 in the boom was a lot of the streaming services. One of the biggest hits so far. It kind of has a Florida tie to it. We're in Tampa. I think you know where I'm going with this one.
Yep.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
Bitch Carol Baskin.
Yeah, definitely something with the Tiger King in there. What's another one? There's another huge blockbuster one that I think is near and dear to our hearts.
Oh, The Last Dance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Dance.
The Last Dance came at a time when it wasn't no live sports, so we was just.
They rushed that. They moved it up.
They ended up rushing it because they originally planned.
It was
on
in June, I think. And
they brought it all the way up to the beginning of May. So The Last Dance. It was, what was funny was the commentary that you get after it, like especially on Twitter or all the other social media outlets. Like, oh my God, I can't believe Mike used to, Mike was an asshole, or Mike was this, Mike was that. It's like, nah, Mike was just trying to win, man.
Competitor.
Yeah, Mike was just trying to win.
Fire.
Or one of the memes that I enjoyed was the security guard. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, so The Last Dance definitely going to capsule.
Yeah.
Definitely going to capsule.
Listen, and I think we'd be remiss if we don't touch upon some big things that would be in that capsule. You can almost take like a poster board, roll it up, put it in there. Yeah, there's certainly, with all the protests and everything, you got your poster boards that everybody's holding up for all the social injustices and, just kind of just the fight for equality and everything. So that certainly would make it in. That should definitely make it in a time capsule.
Yeah. Breonna Taylor, R.I.P. and George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's lighten the mood up a little bit, though, man. You took it to a place where it's kind of a little sad. Let's lighten it up a little bit.
What's up?
So we gonna do these parting shots, right? I think I want to bring some people in to do the parting shots with.
All right. So we didn't finish. Let me just do this before we didn't finish that time capsule. So we're gonna leave it up to the people. We gave you some ideas. So let's see what the people can come up with to fill that time capsule. From my count, I was writing some notes down for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 things in that time capsule. So we got 11 spots, 11 empty spots. So we'll see what everybody out there thinks. Go ahead and let us know. Go ahead and comment. Tell us what you would add to that. What did we miss? So I don't know, man. I think your audio went out a little bit there. Your mic was.
Can you hear me?
Oh, got you back now, man.
You got me back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is bring in my lovely wife and my children. So we can go ahead and take this parting shot. Not all of the kids will be partaking in this parting shot because it would quite honestly be illegal and I could go to jail. So without further ado, I'm bring in Jennifer, Jada, Deja, Jason, M. Come on.
And Tarik, let us know who you got with us, man.
Yeah, so to my right, I have my beautiful wife, Jennifer.
What's up?
I have one of my stepdaughters, Jada, the other one, Deja. And then out of the camera,
charge on, Deja.
Out of the camera is Jason and Emily. And that's Emily's hand that you just saw.
Oh, yep, I saw. I thought that was Emily's hand. I thought I recognized that hand.
And Jason just snuck in on the back corner. But yeah, man, this is the family. This is
good looking fam, that's for sure, man. I told Tarik earlier, man, I'm very happy for you guys. So my congrats for sure. I can't wait to celebrate with all of you guys. We'll do a little bit of shots here as our parting shots.
Yeah. All right. With that said,
salute to the new Fields family.
Wait, hold on. Before we get into that, what you taking a shot of?
Oh, that's right. I went out on a limb and I thought you guys might be doing some Fireball.
Shocker.
So I am actually finishing off my bottle with you guys tonight.
Cool.
So I figured that I can't be there in person. I might as well join you guys with what you guys are taking.
Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. And yes, we do have Fireball.
Yeah. It wasn't a very hard limb to go out on.
Yeah. All right, my man. Salute.
Right. Salute. Bottoms up. Congratulations.
That would have probably been better 10 minutes ago. It was frozen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. But ooh.
No, it hits a little bit different when it's not frozen. That's for sure.
Yeah. Boy, I'm gonna be breathing fire for real around here in a minute. Oh man. All right. So yeah, that's the fam.
Nice. We're
go ahead and throw the headphones back in.
Got me?
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So yeah, we won't go back into let the fam know we can still see the mirror behind you, the reflection. So be careful.
Oh yeah.
we won't take some time to get you back set up with your DT Lounge background. But great show, man, as always. And man, this was number 6. Can you believe that? Means we've been doing this for 6 weeks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 6 episodes, man. It's been a blast. Really enjoying myself. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. A lot of positive feedback, actually, which is not surprising, but it's still.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
Yeah,
you know that we're that we're this show's being enjoyed. You know, I mean, we said, you know, it's just really just conversations that we always have, but you know, we're just sharing it out with everyone, and so that people like it. That's awesome. That is awesome. And so keep giving us feedback. Let us know. Comment. You know, we didn't fill out the entire 20 list on the time capsule, so go ahead and hit us up. Let us know what else you would add, and yeah, let us know what you took a partnership out of too, as well.
Yeah, and also we do definitely want to thank all of the followers on Facebook, Instagram.
266.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's that fireball hitting back, huh? It just hit me again.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that fireball trying to like, hey, brother.
Remember all them snap, crackle, pops you heard earlier? So, the fireball didn't flow quite like it used to, but
Yep. But yeah, man. Like I said, we on Facebook, we on Instagram, Twitter. So you know,
it is
gonna
what
get
it
there.
is. Maybe
it's
one day.
It's gonna get there.
That's the new slogan. Twitter. It's gonna get there. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe not.
It's with a picture with the guy from The Last Dance in there. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But hey, you know, if you can, take a moment, log in to your Google account, like our, subscribe to our channel on the GT Lounge podcast on YouTube. You know, let us hear you out there. Comment on the videos. So, but hey, you know what? Besides all that, it's always fun. It's always love. Great show. Appreciate it. You know, we appreciate the support, and we'll be back. We're not done. We'll be back again soon for another episode.
All right, everybody. Peace.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't say it again. Congrats, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Congrats, dude. All right. We'll see everyone later.
Peace.